Hello, Educators First community. It's 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm coming to you from New Jersey. And I'm just going to hang for a minute and see if anybody's popping in live tonight. Oh, hey, Anna. Hi, how are you? So I was just going to get started. Happy Tuesday back to you. Nice to be here. Nice to see you. It's cold where I am in New Jersey. We had a couple days of spring and then a cold snap. So that's okay. Spring's around the corner. So my name is Robin Montegari. I am a school counselor for, 13 plus years now. I've been working in high school. I love that population, but I feel what you all are feeling in this current climate that we're in. I know it's a little different depending on where you are in the country, but I think no matter where you are, I think the key word is it's different than what we're all used to, for sure. So as I said, school counselor, high school for 13 plus years. I'm also a life coach for women, and I focus on mindset. I work with women who want to move from life happens to I'm making my life happen. And from life happens to me to life happens for me. I think that's just so much more empowering. So I work with women who want to make those shifts in their lives. And I also offer a free group for women. It's Love Yourself Fiercely. I'll put a link in the comments later on. And it focuses on supporting women in the same powerful, empowering mindset shifts. So I love doing that. And tonight I came on to talk to you a little bit about living high vibe in a low vibe world. And I don't think I have to describe too much how heavy the world is feeling right now, right? Between politics and natural disasters and the pandemic and everything in between, things feel really heavy. And I think as educators, we are really impacted. Hi, Mallory. How you doing? We are really impacted because our place of work is a real hot button issue right now. We have a lot of emotion coming at us as the educators. So we have our own emotion, and it's kind of can be a scary time. It's a high anxiety time. We've got our own families. We've got our own feelings. And then we've got all of this stuff coming at us. So we've got anger, fear, blame from community and stakeholders that seem to be landing on us, or landing with us, I should say. And then the demands and the changes that keep happening, it's just really hard to feel balance. And I don't really know about all of you, but I know in my building, the climate of the whole building has been affected, right? So the collective mood is just really low. And even for me, and I kind of practice this, trying to get my vibe high stuff daily. So even for me, I will go into my building and suddenly find myself in a conversation that's bringing me down. And I'm getting better at catching myself. But you know what? Sometimes I just don't have the energy to catch myself, and I just go along with it. It's really a tough atmosphere to be in. And at the same time, we want to and are expected to obviously educate our students, but also be a positive force for them, be a touchstone for them, and support them. Even as we're trying to navigate and figure out this new landscape of education in 2020, 2021. I mean, it is what it is, and we are where we are, and we're trying to figure out how to make it work. As educators, many of us are empaths. We are all givers, and I think we take on all of that energy that's coming at us. And it's difficult. And I saw there, Anna, that you said last week you've been feeling really low vibe. It's hard. It's really hard sometimes to change that vibe, right? So this is definitely a situation where we are swimming upstream against the current, and it is exhausting. I know, I feel it. So when you're low vibe, you may become more forgetful than usual. I know that I have. So even in my work, which makes me so nervous, right? You're trying to do your work, but you know that you have a little bit of brain fog happening. That's part of that low vibe thing. You might notice your aches and pains more. You have less energy, even though, well, actually you have less energy and you're not sleeping well, or you're sleeping too much. It can go either way, but you still have less energy. And you're less engaged with the people that you want to be engaged with. That can be your students, your coworkers, your families. We all have our families, right? And people that we care about and our friends. And we just kind of are, or can be, a little less engaged. And I want to say, Mallory, you've been low vibe for a solid week, and it happens. I know, and that's really hard. And the longer it lasts, the kind of harder it can be to get out of. And here's the other thing about low vibe. When you get into that cycle of low vibe, you start to notice even more stuff that makes you feel low vibe. So you start to notice more of the negative stuff. And because your energy is zapped, it becomes really easy to just say, whatever, it is what it is. I'm not going to fight it. I don't have any control over it. And you find yourself just counting the hours till the end of the day and counting the days till the end of the school year and just wanting to slog through it and get through it and survive it without the energy that you probably have brought to your classrooms and to your work and the joy that you've brought to all of this before. So all of that just keeps piling on. And I mean, I think you could probably see where I'm going with this, right? It's just, there's nothing good about it. Nothing feels good about it. And I think that it's time that we kind of reclaim our power in that department. And so I want to share a little bit with you tonight about some things that you could do and also a little bit of the backstory. Okay, so we don't want to live low vibe, when really you can switch gears and go high vibe, or at least a little higher vibe. But here's the other thing. Anything I say tonight, it's not for you to be, I'm going to do this and I should feel better. And you try it tomorrow and you don't feel that much better. That's not what it's about. It's little steps at a time, and we want to build on each one. So you want to get a start and then keep building on it and keep practicing. So you want to live in a higher vibe place. You want to feel better. You want to be more alert. You want to sleep better so that you can be sharper and more focused. And doing the work to maintain that place, and it is some work that you have to add to your plate, but it is so worth it. It's so worth it physically. It's so worth it emotionally and mentally. It is so worth it for your inner self, and it is so worth it for the people that you care about and the people that you want to be engaged with and that you want to spend your time with. And of course, it's so worth it for our students too, for you to show up as your better, best, most energetic self. It's so worth it for our students. So before I go on and we talk about some simple things that you can do to raise your mood and your vibration, I just want to mention, kind of like it's a class, your reticular activating system. So even before I go there, I'm a little bit of a law of attraction junkie. If anybody else is and you're watching now or you're watching in the replay, give me a thumbs up or say yes to LOA. I'm really kind of into law of attraction. So for those of you who do not know, the basic LOA law of attraction descriptor. The energy and the expectations that you put out into the universe is what you attract back. Yes to LOA, Anna, and I know you are because I've seen you speak. The energy and the expectations that you put out there is what you attract back. Low vibe or high vibe or anywhere in between, the universe doesn't care. It doesn't recognize the difference. It only knows abundance. So you put out the negative, let's say, let's take money, and let's say you want more money. We all probably want more money. But you're thinking, I have so many bills and I never have enough money. And if I could just get out of this debt. And the universe says, debt. She wants debt. She wants these money concerns. It doesn't see it as a negative thing. So it just keeps giving you more of that. Just keeps giving you more of that. You open that mailbox, there's more bills. You keep trying to get out of it, but you inadvertently put out there that you are worried about debt and you are worried about money. And so that vibe is what's coming back to you. The universe is doing its job. It's giving you more. It's being abundant. It's giving you more. So we want to be really careful of that. The universe doesn't see the difference. So instead, you might want to approach it with, when you're paying a bill, I'm so glad that I have the money to pay this bill. I always seem to have enough money to take care of things. Like, that's a completely different vibe. That's from a place of abundance as opposed to a place of lack. And the universe recognizes not the negative or the positive, what you're asking for. So you're asking for abundance or you're asking for lack. I hope that makes a little sense. So, as I said, the universe just recognizes that you want more of that. So, in the morning, you bang your toe on the corner of the bed, you trip over the dog, you knock over the laundry basket, and you decide this day is going to suck. This is going to be one of those days. And the universe, ever your partner, goes about its business, giving you evidence throughout the day that you are absolutely right. This day will suck. You get stuck in a traffic jam. You end up late to work. You physically run into a coworker and knock all other things all over the place. Things just keep happening and you just keep saying, it's one of those days. This day is going to suck. So the universe proves you correct and keeps giving you more of that. What does this have to do with your reticular activating system? It sounds like I went off on a tangent, but I kind of didn't. So your reticular activating system, or your RAS, is a bundle of nerves at your brainstem. And that bundle of nerves filters out unnecessary information and lets the important stuff through. Here's the thing about your RAS. You tell your RAS what is important to you, your belief systems, the things you want to see, the things you don't want to see. So whatever your attitude is, your RAS recognizes that. So it's kind of another example of your RAS, or another way to look at your RAS is, you'll hear a word one day and you've never heard it before, and then all of a sudden you hear it everywhere. That's your reticular activating system at work. Or you buy a new car that you never really saw much on the road, but now you see yourself coming and going. That's your reticular activating system at work. There aren't really more cars like yours on the road, but your RAS is filtering out everything else and focusing you in on the cars that are like yours. So that's kind of the science behind it. Your RAS seeks out the stuff that you focus on. So if you're focusing on negative or low vibe emotions, your RAS filters out the good stuff and steers you in the direction of noticing the negative stuff, much like the law of attraction. That which we focus on, we attract. Megan O'Brien. I always want to say Megan. Good to see you. So it stands to reason then that if we shift our point of focus, we will begin to shift how we see and how we experience our reality. That's where our power is. So just for fun, I want to share with you a little law of attraction RAS experiment that I did quite a while ago when I was starting to play around with law of attraction. So when I was learning about law of attraction, one of the suggestions was to pick out something, a sign, if you will, that you would like the universe to show you. So again, I love the spirituality of it and I love the science of it, right? So pick out something that you would love for the universe to show you as a sign. So I chose two things: yellow cars, because I never saw a bunch of yellow cars. So I was like, I'm going to pick yellow cars. And the number one, but in multiples. So 111, 1111. You get the idea. So you ask the universe for this and then you kind of let it go. You don't keep asking. You ask once, right? When you order from Amazon, you don't keep ordering. You order and you expect it to be delivered. Same principle. So I asked once and I waited for it to be delivered. I was skeptical. But I will tell you that it has been quite a long time and I see yellow cars all the time. And at least once, probably 5 or 6 out of 7 days a week, I will randomly look at the clock and I will see 111 or 1111. I will open an email and it will show that it was sent at 111 or 1111. I'll be driving down the street and I'll suddenly see a sign that I never saw before, that it's a phone number that's all ones, like 777-1111. So it's an amazing and it's a fun thing. And it's a simple experiment. And if you can open your mind enough and just kind of allow things to happen and unfold, I would encourage you to give it a try. Because like I said, it's really simple. And even after all of this time, every time I see a yellow car, 111, 1111, or any combination of ones, I smile. And side note, smiling, a genuine smile, raises your vibration all by itself. So every time I see that, my vibration gets raised. So I want to encourage you to give it a try. And if you have given it a try, share in the comments. So law of attraction, yes, I'm a believer. I do believe I co-create with the universe. And I also believe in my reticular activating system, in RAS. So you have the spirituality and the science behind it. And these things combined are your power to raise your vibration and your power to change what you see, change how you experience what's around you. It's fantastic. So let's talk about some ways that you can raise your vibration. Mallory, I have students that are super into this and we talk about it during our lunch group. I love that. I love that your students are into this. You know, I think that generation is so much more open-minded and so much more open to learning about these things and experimenting with these things. And I truly, truly do believe that this mindset can make all the difference in how somebody experiences their life and in how they interact with other people. And again, that's where our power is. So, first step, I hate to say, first step's always the hardest. You have to want to feel better. You have to want to raise your vibration. I know so many of us are in this headspace and in this point in the school year, at least at my school, in my school district, where they've just given in to that. I hate to use the word victim mentality, but they've just given into that. Like there's nothing they can do about it. And some people also want to blame the situation or our bosses or parents or students or whatever the case may be. So you have to be willing, able, and really want to step away from that and want to make a change for yourself first. And when you make that change for yourself, you are so much better empowered to help others make that change. So you have to want it for yourself first. because the other piece of it is it takes practice. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't work overnight. And you don't go from here to here overnight. You go from here to here to here, back to here, up to here. See where I'm going with that? So you have to practice, and you have to do so with intention. So you have to make that decision first to feel better. So now the fun stuff, some practices to put you in a place to raise your vibration. Easy, easy, easy. We all know this one. You know it's good for your body, but it is also good for your mind and for your soul. And that's drink water. Drink plenty of water. Water flushes out toxins, and there's nothing bad about that. So start your day with, I love starting my day with some warm water with lemon in it. As a matter of fact, I haven't done that in a while, so I'm going to start doing that again tomorrow. And then drink water throughout the day. So good for you. And you feel better doing something good for yourself, but it really actually does do good stuff for you. So also start your day with gratitude. So we hear this over and over again. If we really embrace it, it can make a huge difference in how we see ourselves, how we see others, how we relate to ourselves, and how we relate to others. Huge, especially in the kind of work that we do and in the field that we're in. So I do my gratitude. If I can't sleep at night, I will usually just quietly do gratitude, all kinds of things that I'm grateful for. I'm thankful that I have running water. I'm thankful that I have heat. I'm thankful that I have air conditioning in the summer. I'm thankful for my dog. But typically, part of my routine in the morning is when I'm in the shower, I am saying gratitudes throughout the whole time I'm in the shower. And it puts me in a nice space in the morning. I also do gratitude rampages, which is another kind of practice, if I find myself getting really frustrated at work. Now, I am a school counselor. I'm not a teacher, so I'm not in a room. I have a little more freedom to move around. I realize that than you guys who may be teachers have. So for me, and you might be able to be creative and find a way to incorporate this somehow into your own day and your own schedule. But for me, if I find myself getting very frustrated or angry with someone or something, I will, if I can, leave my space and take a walk around the hall and just do gratitude, a rampage of gratitude in my head. Usually when I get halfway around, I find myself smiling over something that I thought of that I was grateful for, and my anxiety, whatever I'm feeling, calms down, and my vibe raises, and I feel a little better, and I can approach everything with a fresh eye and a fresh ear and a fresh, not fresh nasty, but new approach to speaking to people. So it works. It's great. So maybe you could figure out a way to incorporate that. If you're starting to feel extra stressed, maybe take a moment to just spend 5 seconds running through some gratitudes. Gratitude, I have a home to go home to. I'm thankful for my family, whatever it is that can lift you. Another, I love to listen to music, podcasts, or audiobooks when I'm commuting. So anything that can, kind of soul food, anything that can feed my mind, feed my soul as I'm driving to work and driving home is often so helpful for me. So I'll choose something that speaks to me that day, and I will just listen and get inspired. And I love that. Okay, throughout the day, here's a great one. Random acts of kindness. You always hear that when you do for others, it makes you feel even better than it makes other people feel. And this is so true. And when you do an act of random kindness, it takes you from a headspace of, I don't have enough. I don't have enough time to give. I don't have enough energy to give. I don't have enough stuff to give. It takes you from a place of lack to a place of, I have more than enough. I can make enough. So it takes you to a place of abundance. And that is really a high vibe emotional state to be in. So random acts of kindness can lift you up. put you in a high vibe place. So I think I've been talking for almost a half hour now, and I know I'll be back on Thursday night, and I don't want to give you too many things. And I love if you are listening at any point in a replay for you to add your own ways that you raise your vibration. There are so many things that you can do to raise your vibe or to step away from a low vibe situation. And I really do mean quite literally stepping away from a low vibe situation if you find yourself in it, and if you can step away, just to regather yourself. There are so many things that you can do, and I know that you guys, as educators, as many of you are probably empaths, and as human beings, probably have a lot of ways that you manage your vibes and can raise your vibes. I'm totally stealing this and teaching it to my students. I'm so excited for your students. I'd love to hear what your students do. And Anna, I'm glad you'll be back on Thursday. So I just want to leave you with one last thing that you can put into place tonight if you want. Scroll through your contacts, pick out 3 to 5 people, and send them a positive thought or a positive message tonight. I mean, I think you'll feel good, and I bet you they will feel good too. So you are doing a couple things there. You are raising your own vibration. You are raising someone else's vibration. You are coming from a state of abundance, and you are really giving a lot of yourself that somebody might be able to use tonight. So I just want to leave you with that. Look so forward to coming back on Thursday night and talking some more. Have a great evening. Have a great couple of days, and I will talk to you soon. Good night, Megan. Good night, Mallory. Good night, Anna.